Last academic year, I chose Bristol University in the UK for exchange because Bristol seemed creative. It turned out to be a life-changing year, both creatively and socially. Not knowing anyone in Bristol, I started my life there by finding events online and through the university, particularly in my areas of interest, music, film, and theatre. I found that there were many opportunities. For example, I joined the Drama Society at university and performed at one of the most well-known theatres in Bristol, Tobacco Factory Theatres. I also created and performed my music at events and even music festivals. Thanks to the cinema watershed, I watched 150 short film submissions and helped shortlisting the films for their annual film festival. Even though I'm a law and art student, I always thought that studying law and being a lawyer were more realistic. After all, in Hong Kong, there is an emphasis on academics and practical occupations. Yet, in Bristol, my experience made me realize that having a creative career is reachable and tangible. I became motivated to keep creating. On the other hand, being an ethnic minority in the UK wasn't always easy. It encouraged me to reflect on my privileges as ethnic majority in Hong Kong. Especially during the pandemic, racism against Asians in the UK increased. There were times when I was shouted at on the street or ignored at events because of my racial identity. Thankfully, many Asian British people have come together to form an East and Southeast Asian movement in the UK, bringing us together. Inspired by that, I made a short film comedy about my attempts to assimilate into the UK. I also created a song and a music video about connecting back to my cultural identities through food, street art, and community. Finally, I combined my interest in creativity and racial equality by starting a new arts festival celebrating Asian artists in the UK. We started from scratch, from finding a venue in Bristol to launching open calls to invite artists. After months of preparation, we sold all tickets, 200 and more, and the day was filled with music, art, and cinema. Even BBC and local media outlets came to interview us. This exchange year in Bristol changed my future. I now feel empowered to step out of my comfort zone and be creative.